The details are always hazy in a dream. All of a sudden, the face of the person you were talking to changes, where you might go from being in your old elementary school to the street with your favorite bar in the blink of an eye. But in the dream, it doesn't matter. There's no logic because it's a dream. It's a world that has its own rules, and you accept them without thinking about why. It's only when you wake up that you realize all the little details were so wrong. How did I not see it the first time I was here? Nothing here makes sense, because the dark doesn't follow our rules. Oh, there's a face! Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? The way the mind twists itself in a notch to see what it desires. I know this place. I remember it. This conversation. You. Everything. What should I call you? Collector never really made much sense to me. Call me whatever you want. Doesn't matter. I've never had a need for a name. Really? Never? I must say, Detective, you seem remarkably lucid. How many times have we had this conversation before, I wonder? 0 times. I'm not sure. What's happening to me? Have I gone back? I did say we would meet again, but what you've said would be impossible. The world has rules, after all. You did not go back. You simply come here again, and in doing so, you have finally paid back your debt to me in full. I'm grateful. Really, I am. You did not disappoint. Only now I know how you want this to play out. This time there'll be no questions, no getting into my head. You won't trick me again. Trick you? How did I trick you, Detective? Whatever this is, the reason I'm experiencing this again has to do with you, doesn't it? You're mistaken. I don't have that kind of power. I've only ever tried to help you. You came to me seeking your precious Tanaka. The truth. A girl that you pitied and hated in equal measure. I gave you a path to all of them. Understanding the trauma of a young girl's mind gave you the lens necessary to see the dark shape. The mask, as I instructed you, was a tool to find your lost Tanaka. No trick. You neglected to mention certain details. They were unnecessary for your progress. It isn't fair. I feel like I'm trapped in my own body, watching myself make the same mistakes all over again. Every time I think I've remembered the past and see a way out, it slips away, and I go back to the same path I've already been on. Ah, I'm afraid the human mind is ill-equipped for such memories. It changes nothing. Every action, every reaction, has already been decided for you. The universe, the flow of time, your puppet masters, whatever you wish to call them, has scripted your choices before you even existed. Frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, I'd say so. One way or another, this has to end. I see. A typical response, and a boring one. Why must everything be tidily arranged into a beginning, middle, and end? I think you're seeing it incorrectly. Resisting the flow and coming back to me is no failure. No, quite the opposite. You must understand, there is no right choice that will grant you an escape. All options available to you are merely dissonance, muddying the melody of a song that has already played. Continuing to resist the inevitable final notes is a truly unique talent. An opportunity not many possess. There are no happy endings, Detective. There are only 2 possibilities. Resist, or become a slave to your destiny. A slave? What are you talking about? The Kamenkai had noble goals, but by containing the corruption of the divine, they let it breed. And the dark has been without a true master for some time, as you know. For now, anyway. I feel like that was a lot to take in right there. What the hell are the Kamenkai? Something is coming. The dark, whatever's coming, none of it has anything to do with me. Exactly. Why submit to a fate that you are not invested in? Your exposure to the mask, an item wrought of the same energy as the door, it's freed you to new possibilities, can't you see? Tell me, as I've always been curious, how does it feel to remember another version of yourself? Wait, does she... Are you suggesting I remember the alternate endings I've gotten? Or something like that? Does that Ayami Ito feel like a different person? What if that person is more you than you? No, it's not like that. There's only one me, even if... This is absurd, all of it. I sometimes wonder if there's an Ayami out there who never found the mask and shot a girl in Kamakura. An Ayami who's happy. There's not. The only other you committed suicide. Somehow I doubt it. One way or another, the mask ends up with you, and the girl's fate intertwines with yours. You said yourself that I should resist. What's the point if it's inevitable? What's the point? Lifetimes ago, I met another like you. Like you, she was bound to a fate she did not choose. But unlike you, she accepted it. Hatred consumed her, and it drove her mad. She lost her humanity. She went hollow. I've devoted my time to understanding your kind, to understanding how these ephemeral creatures came to be of such importance. My advice is this: resist. Follow the flow back to me again. Spend a few final moments as a Ayami Ito before you are consumed. I'll make my own path. I don't need you to tell me how to do it. We shall see. I hope we meet again. That was not nearly enough. I need more information. I don't know why I came in here. Okay, I don't know what to do. Let's go home. Or maybe, nope, here we go. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversations seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector, and everything he impossibly knew. That was a he? I thought that was the old woman that gave you the mask. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was a puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to two, and I had no choice but to march forward, toward the leads I've been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all but confirmed. And I now had a means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths. The mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. I would rather talk to the girl I saved. Ooh, save. Ever since the day at the shrine 6 months ago, I've been scared of this place. Something took control of me. No, that wasn't real. An old woman gave me a mask and I was sick, so I heard things. I lost control and it cost one girl her life and very nearly killed another. Even thinking of Mai Kawana and the scared look in her eyes as I pulled the trigger makes me want to shrivel away and hide. I can't tell her the truth about the voices I heard, or that it wasn't my fault. She'd tell someone I was here. Hopefully she'll forgive me enough to help with my investigation of the mask. Wait, something's wrong. The trees. Why are they cherry blossoms? It's fall, right? Or maybe... no. Keep focused. Feels like I'm trapped in that day. Are we literally like in a time stop or something? Oh, it's you. I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And then I saw that picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards. After I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remember meeting you and I couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Of course it's not good or anything, but you know, you never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, she's like, oh my god. I mean, that's not to say if it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff on there, like, wow. Pretty wild stuff, like, the fan fiction of you is incredible. I shouldn't tell you that. Are you done? Oh right, sorry, yes. Hello again. Whatever. Why is it cherry blossoms? What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms out? It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the Prunus subirtella autumnalis, that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least, that's what it says online. Who would have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh? A blossom cherry tree that blooms in fall? I've never seen it. Are you sure you've got your facts straight? It seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise that I looked up online real fast? Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Huh? You say something? No, I didn't. What? Why the glum face? Anyway, hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? Is Mai's grandmother still at that house near here? You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Oh yes, that reminds me. When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course, I heard there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kwana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake. Can you remember anything like that? I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell everybody that asked about the mask. Oh, so you do know about it. That's a relief. Wouldn't want to think something so important was stolen by some riffraff, right? So, do you know when they'll return it? You have to ask HQ about that kind of thing. Sorry. Wait, what? I thought I had the mask. I'm very confused because I stole the mask and then I went back to the place where my partner died, and that turned out. And then I woke up from a dream, but I had the picture, and the lady at the front desk was still pissed at me for stealing the mask. So where the heck's the mask? They said they didn't know anything about it. They said they didn't have it. You don't think they're lying, do you, detective? They wouldn't lie about something like that. Something so precious to this town, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. Yes, that must be it. I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura. Do I not have the mask, or did I lie? I'm looking for Mei Kawana. Have you seen her? Oh, you're looking for Mei again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the happenings last time you were here. I bet she was. We'd have barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best you leave her alone. It's important I talk to her. I saved her life, isn't she, like, happy? I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down the street, like usual. Mei's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. Go away. No visitors. Bitch. Take your stupid mask. She looks fine. The cherry blossoms continued to fall as I ran towards the shrine. The scent on the air was the same as before. In front of me was Mai Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. Nothing was different. I was trapped. The fear from that day perfectly captured on her face, as if I was viewing a photograph. I felt lightheaded. My body felt heavy, my legs resisting every step I took in her direction. When the wind blew through the branches of the trees, I heard whispers. Whether the voices were from my memories or in that moment, I couldn't be certain. I was scared of losing control again. What the? Oh god, no. What the hell? I'm not gonna kill her. I'll kill anybody but not her. No, I won't do it. Kazuki said it wasn't real. He said if I took my meds it would go away. I can't hear myself think. Please go away. Go away. Shut up. Leave me alone. Who is it? Stay back. Wait, it's you, isn't it? Aito, right? What are you doing here? Because Sorry, just give me a minute here. I'm trying not to kill you. That's right. I'm here for that. I'm here to apologize to you, Mai. I should have come sooner, but then Reina, it's been complicated. Who? I guess I'm surprised that you'd come to apologize. I didn't hear anything from you or anyone else for 6 months. Everyone else around here just ignored me and pretended like it never happened. I know you probably don't want anything to do with me. That day, I lost control. Or anyway, I couldn't think straight. No, I had no choice. That girl was there with a knife to your throat. I had to do it. Yeah, that's it. I was following procedure, but I put you at risk. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Following procedure, huh? It's strange, isn't it? Oh god, that got really loud. It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. Stop changing the subject. It's silly, but every time someone comes around here and says how beautiful they are, I just get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I guess the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Yeah, it hasn't been easy for me either. I still see Reina sometimes, and I can't help but wonder if it's real. Reina? You mean the girl who you... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. No, I brought it up. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. You were a hostage. It's okay. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask that girl, Reina was after. She said she'd never heard of it. Your grandma's a lying bitch. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals. At the shrine, she wrote that the mask was important. Had to be hidden away. Even she knows her grandma lied. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day, either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about things I don't understand. My gut tells me that mask has something to do with it. Heh, I bet that mask is what's making the dark come out. Just casually mention the dark. Why did you say that, Mai? Yes, what's wrong? You look pale. Yeah, because you just said the dark's coming out. This is a bit embarrassing, but let me help you. Everyone around here keeps ignoring everything, but I can't. Grandma won't say anything and stays shut away. But I bet Takashi knows something. I always got the sense he was hiding things from me. Oh, sorry. Takashi is my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me. But Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. Huh? Yes, that's a good idea. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at a successful kendo dojo in Asukusu in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the kendo world. Huh. Sounds like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for listening to me, Mai. Kill. Well... So could I have actually killed her? That's nuts. We're on to you, lying grandma. Go away, no visitors. Yeah, nobody wants to visit you anyway. Asakusa, the home of Sensō-ji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture, surrounded by the city's high-rises. Cool. Is that where I'm supposed to go? My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. It'd be extremely straightforward and easy. Turns out his kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukamura himself calling me up. Had to be cautious. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop. It doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. What up? Buy octopus balls? Sure. Hello there, would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you buy at a food stand at a festival. It'll make you question everything you knew about octopus in ball form. I would love to question everything I know about that. Who can say no to that sales pitch? Sure, I'll take some. Wow, you're right. This is maybe the best takoyaki I've had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki in all of the islands. Give me more octopus balls. Tourists, likely. I can hear them speaking English. My English isn't so great, so I doubt they'll be of much help. But I wonder what they're talking about. Listen. Hello there, we are American. Is there something we can help you with? I don't speak wait, Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor, if it wasn't, I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in a Japanese software company, so I'd be in a bit of a trouble too. Don't look at me, I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Whoa, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry, I never would have thought. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? No, I mean, no, please, Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yakuta this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? Heh, no. We come to Asakusa every year, and the yakuta become part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though. We'll ask about the dojo. You guys come here every year? You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for a kendo dojo, where Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana? Why does that name seem so familiar? Oh right, he's that kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us. Right behind us! People say he's some kind of prodigy. I hate that word, prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, must get a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming to him. Seems like he trains a lot of police too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few come in and out. How long have you been standing here? All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk of an interdepartmental kendo tournament. It's become a matter of pride for the different regional departments. I wish my work did martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack to the jawline. Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have much use for force all that much, though. Screwed up that sentence. Yeah, anyway. How do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa, and I don't know anything that specific about it. You see, it says right here in the dojo's flyer. You know, that the guy just handed to you. He was out here about 10 minutes before you came, handing him out. Kinda seemed a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him, though. I admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our head. But we're glad we were able to help you regardless. Makes me feel a little silly now trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trained so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now. Huh? Are you associated with the police somehow? Who? Me? No, of course not. I don't speak the English. I'm an investigator. See, like a private dick. Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right? Wink. Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chest when they talked about the kendo competitions, like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid it much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask is yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana seems like an interesting guy. He's very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. Who are you? A friend of your sister. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. She doesn't look that old at all. Really? You think I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April who almost got her killed. You mean who saved her? Now you're lying about it, pretending to be her friend to no doubt get something from me. You look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read is all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard May crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here, before myself or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Well, fuck you. Next time your sister's in a hostage situation, she can save herself. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Maya will know how to soften her brother up. I didn't kill your sister 10 minutes ago when I had the choice. You're welcome. Give me more octopus balls. Miss, I can see a glimmer in your eye. That tells me you have a hunger. A hunger for a second order of my nationally famous takoyaki. Who, me? Well, why wouldn't I? They were amazing. Yep, the struggle is real. You'd think I don't sit here in the presence of my own creations and not want a little taste. No, of course I do. They're delicious. But the extra time and effort means I don't have as many on hand and have to limit to one order per customer. But I'm your only customer. Come on, just one more taste. Sorry, no can't do. There's a reason I sit up in a quiet spot like this. Otherwise, I'd sell out in a minute. Well, let me know if you change your mind. Wow. Straight up no. No more octopus balls for you. Alright, we gotta go tell May her brother's being an asshole.